Climate change is now one of the greatest planetary threats of our time. We are now in the grip of a climate crisis. You may have already heard of this term being used on the news by scientists and climate campaigners, but what does this actually mean? Climate change may also be referred to as global warming and refers to the increase in our planet's temperature. The Earth's temperature naturally fluctuates over time. However, human practices, such as those involved with industry and agriculture, have over time damaged our planet's ozone layer, and this has led to a more rapid increase in our Earth's temperature. You may have already heard of the greenhouse effect. Planet Earth is surrounded by an atmosphere, also known as the ozone layer, which provides us with a protective layer separating us from the rest of space. This protective atmosphere allows some of the sun's rays through, which helps to heat the planet, whilst deflecting others, thereby preventing it from getting too hot. Damaged areas of this layer allow more of those rays to get through, which become trapped by carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, causing our planet's temperature to rise. Carbon dioxide is a byproduct of industry, but is also being made worse by deforestation. Last week, we learned how trees breathe in carbon dioxide and breathe out oxygen in a process known as photosynthesis. But due to deforestation, there are now fewer trees to absorb the carbon dioxide in our atmosphere. An increased level of carbon dioxide isn't the only cause of global warming, and there are a lot of other factors which also contribute to climate change. Some of the effects of climate change on our planet are obvious. As temperatures rise, ice caps melt. Polar bears are one of the flagship species used to raise awareness of this. The biggest threat to their survival is the loss of their icy habitat, and they are currently classed as vulnerable to extinction. Last week, we also learned about the impact of forest fires, of which climate change is also a contributor. This brings us on to this week's task. This week, we want you to create your own animal. You need to decide where your animal will live, what it will eat, and the adaptations it will need to survive, which will also influence how it will look. You then need to consider what would happen to your animal if the climate in which it lived changed. Think about how that change will affect your animal's environment and the other animals living there. What are some of the impacts this would have on your animal? Download this week's activity sheet to help you complete this task.